Hello Sagittarius. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Okay. First card is the strongest. We have here Crisis. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. For others of you, this could be a situationship. For a small portion of you, this could be someone who you've met and you have a whole lot of energy with. There's a lot of perhaps sensual energy, a lot of feelings and emotions, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I do have certain reasons for that. At the end of the reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. All right, Sagittarius. What can I say? Life is not always great. It's pretty crappy sometimes, isn't it? These feelings and emotions are terrible, I will admit. Because of the intensity of these cards, you could be also feeling this. There's no doubt about it. You would be feeling some of these feelings and emotions. Your person of interest is feeling this. Here we have Crisis, followed by Betrayal. After that, we have Order. Then we have Anger and Rage, Doubt, Power, Surrender, Crossroads, Illusion. Responsibility under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Sagittarius, right now, my mind is a mess. I'm completely overwhelmed with the things that have happened, the things that I have said and done, everything between us. I'm overwhelmed, but my mind is also in this torture. It's like a torture chamber. I try to forget certain things, but they just keep coming back and they haunt me because of what I've done. And now this makes me feel haunted. I am haunted by these memories. And it causes me pain, grief, and sorrow, and I don't know what to do about it. I haven't felt these feelings before, and the way they come into me, it's just on my mind constantly. There's a lot of mental anguish. Patience. I need patience, but I am very impatient. I'm so overwhelmed with feelings and emotions right now that I need time to sort them out. There's impatience, frustration, a lot of mental anguish. Nothing makes sense to me right now. Things could have been different, but they weren't. They're not. This is just the way it is now. But I can't think straight because of what has happened. There's a part of me that realizes, and I admit, although I may not show you, that I have betrayed you. I have acted in ways that have been less than honorable. I cheated you in many ways. I've cheated on you in many ways. I've done things that were very unpredictable. And you thought you knew me, and it turns out that you never really knew me at all. But I realize now that I have to deal with it because of the things that I have said and done. Now there is a lack of faith and a lack of trust. I wasn't the person that you thought I was. I didn't express to you the things that I should have. But instead, I showed you a side of me that was hidden deep down inside. It wasn't a good side. But it is a part of who I am, unfortunately. And I know that's not something you wanted to know or hear. I do find it difficult to move on because I've betrayed you, and now it's as if I was a stranger this entire time, and now there is a lack of faith and trust. I can't be in this connection with you because I don't know how. Will you even want me back? I don't think so. Not after what I did to you. Not after what I put you through. The hurt and the pain that I caused you, it broke your heart. You are heartbroken. You need justice, and I know you want justice. I know that things need to be put right, but I just can't right now. I also feel that in this connection, there truly is just a whole lot of confusion. I am quite confused, completely confused, as to what I should do, where I should go, who I should be with. There's a road that I have to take, a decision that needs to be made. And what I find strange now, I'm unable to think straight anymore. The reason why, it's because the road forwards, backwards, left and right, those are decisions. Those are my choices. It's a path I must follow. But the problem is, I can't follow it. What I find difficult is the fact that I can't see straight. And I don't want to make a move because the road ahead, all around me, is full of thick fog. It's so foggy and cloudy around me that I can't see the right way. And so I stay still and I do not make a move, and that frustrates you, I understand. But the truth is, I don't want to make a mistake again. And therefore, I stay still. I don't move. I don't make a sound. And yes, this does make me angry at myself, in fact. I feel that what I've done is not right. It is quite wrong, in fact. I don't know how to make things better. I don't know how to change things. One thing's for sure, I'm really frustrated at myself for the things that I have said and done. I'm angry at myself, and there is rage building up inside of me, not at you, but at the situation itself, and who I became, and what part of me you saw. I doubt that in this connection you would even want to be with me going forward. I have this suspicion, this hunch, that maybe you don't even want me anymore after what I did to you. I feel that yes, perhaps I'm correct now. because you are somebody who has changed. You are somebody who is very powerful. You have this way of making me vulnerable, weak in the knees, and you are very tempting. There's a part of you that is very strong-minded, very powerful. This feeling that I get, it is huge. I find it difficult to let go. The feelings that I have for you, they are strong. And at this point in time, I have surrendered to you. You don't know this, but I have. My mind, my heart, my body, I have surrendered to you. I also feel that in this connection, it is time for me to get rid of that anger that I have and to make that clear, conscious choice, decision, which road to take. I am aware, Sagittarius, that I need to make that decision. I need to make a move, and you need to know where I'm headed as well. But the problem is, yes, I'm aware that I have to make a decision. I just can't make a decision. That's the problem. And I hide this from you. I don't show this to you. I hide my emotions and my feelings behind a false mask, behind a veil. I do not tell you what I truly feel deep down inside. I hide from you. It's not the right thing to do, but that is how I feel. And I do want to be that person going forward one day, to take those burdens, lay it upon my shoulders. I want to be that person who can take all of these responsibilities and be able to manage that. I want to be the person who can fix the things that I've done in the past. I know I can't erase these things, but going forward, I want to be more responsible. Going forward, I want to take responsibility for the things that I've done in the past. Because this entire time, Sagittarius, I have been very unreliable and inconsistent. I was not that person that you wanted me to be. And it's only now I realize how much I really screwed things up. I'm angry at myself. I'm confused. I know I've betrayed you. And I'm completely overwhelmed. But the one thing I know is that going forward, one day I want to be more responsible in this connection. All right. Sagittarius. Huge, big changes. Lots of things are happening here. Your person of interest is very upset. They're not sad, but they're angry at themselves, actually. And there's a whole lot of confusion, especially when somebody's angry, right? We're not thinking straight. You do have two cards here that talk about confusion and not being able to think straight mentally. Here we have the crisis card and we also have the order card. For me, how I interpret these, that is how the person is so confused in their mind, they're so overwhelmed that they cannot even think straight. They can't give you a response. They can't talk to you. They can't reach out to you. This is a result of what they've done, right? This is unfortunately, the effect that this has had, not only on this relationship, but the outcome now is starting to bother them. Because now they realize that, yeah, they were pretty much wrong in this connection. All right. Next up, I have the Lover's Path Tarot. So that deck, I like to have a look at what happened in the past that may have caused this connection to go a little downhill in the first place. Something happened. Things were great before. Perhaps they were going wonderful and you felt that it might have been a bit promising. However, something happened where something so sweet turned into a very sour situation. The first set of cards you just saw, that is the current and present situation in this connection. These cards I like to read in the reverse, and I also have a look into the past. So this is a little bit into the past to see why things that were just going great, why it all went downhill. This is for those of you that may not have received any sort of closure. Your person of interest may have ghosted you. They may have kept their distance to the point where you just didn't even know what happened. And it is a big problem when people do not communicate, because we're left in this kind of limbo kind of state. For that reason, it is difficult to even move on. We don't know what decision to make. We don't know how to move on. We don't even know if we should move on. So hopefully this will provide you with some clarity and some guidance in this situation. We have here the 7 of Arrows followed by the Prince of Cups. Let's have a look. The 7 of Arrows. Yikes. Okay, so remember how it's just so chaotic, their reading in the beginning, the first few cards. So this does talk about how this person was trying to be quite defensive. They were being very cautious and they were protecting themselves. So it was all about them. It really wasn't about you. Remember, I used the word justice in the beginning, and I saw the words in my mind's eye, and it does appear that there was a lack of justice, but they thought that they wanted justice. They weren't even thinking about you. It was all one-sided. Your person of interest, at some point in time, they were starting to feel very vulnerable, and what they ended up doing was they started to feel very much paranoid. They felt paranoid. They started to feel defensive. They started to feel guilty. And at some point in time, they just kind of gave up and they didn't even want protection in terms of, they did not want to stand up for themselves. So literally, it's like they gave up. Now, what was the reason behind that? It says paranoia and feeling defensive, guilt. So paranoia and guilt, what did they do? They betrayed you. Remember in the beginning I was talking about haunting, right? The feeling I was getting that this person, I said the word torture and haunting. That's what's happening here. So your person of interest here, it got to the point where it kept circulating in their mind and it just became like paranoia. And your person of interest here, they were wanting to feel defensive, but they really weren't even trying to work on that anymore. The feeling of guiltiness, that was there for sure. The feeling of guilt is very prominent, especially with the type of cards that you had. Now, it didn't show up as guilt, but this card shows that, yeah, they were starting to feel guilty the way that they were treating you. And that is one of the reasons they just felt paranoid to the point where they froze. It's like they can't move further anymore. They can't move anywhere anymore. They felt like they were stuck. When somebody finds themselves in that kind of a situation, it's hard to move on. And that's probably why this person is at that crossroads. Because you did have the crisis card and the order card, which I call order and chaos. And you did have the crossroads card. That all to me talks about making a decision, making a choice, but not being clear in the head and the mind and the heart, not being clear enough to actually make a decision. Here we have the Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups in the reverse talks about fickleness. It talks about the need to be more receptive to beauty, to love and harmony. But this person, they wanted to make their dreams into reality. However, they were taking for granted love, beauty, and emotional richness that could have been brought into this connection. Overindulgence in fantasy. So there were very much, they're trying to make their dreams into reality, but what they were doing was they were not. They were just living and overindulging in fantasies. And anything that you gave in terms of yourself, your emotions, your physical self, they were just taking it for granted. Why? Because you're dealing with somebody here who is actually immature. So this person is immature. This is somebody who is a prince. So it's not a queen, it's not a king, right? So this is somebody who's younger. This could be either they're like physically, like actually younger in age, or their attitude, the way they think. They're either immature or they are just simply inexperienced. I get a little bit of both right now. I'm seeing a little bit of both. Whatever they did, it appears here that they had a hidden agenda. It's a different type of situation here. This is kind of a nasty situation. Usually people get into a connection thinking things are going to work out, and then one kind of moves on, but one stays a little back. Here I'm seeing midway somebody changed their agenda. And that's what caused the disruption in this connection, and then that sense of betrayal. Okay, if you hear something or somebody whispering, that's me. What I just got and I heard, I repeated to myself and I whispered, everything was going great, okay? But then things got real, they got serious. And this person took a step back. They were not ready. That was the agenda. In the beginning, they had a different plan, right? But then things got very real. It became more intense. When that happened, that's when they were not prepared, they were not ready, and they took a step back. That's what I'm intuitively getting that right now, especially with the first set of cards you had, and the fact that we're dealing with somebody here who's a prince, somebody who's younger in terms of their mindset. So that's what happened. You're dealing with somebody here who got into the relationship thinking, all right, I'll be able to handle this, right? But they were not. Remember, you also had the overall arching theme, right? On the side, you had the responsibility card. So that indicates that this person was not responsible. Usually who's not responsible, either they don't care, or they're immature, or they're inexperienced, right? They're not a responsible person. This is something that they want to work on now. But it appears the way the cards came out, the first set, they're very, very, very stuck. And I emphasize the very, really. They're very stuck. Remember, in the end, we have the illusion card. They don't want to show you what they're going through. They don't want to express to you what it is that they feel. They don't feel good about it. They're not happy about what they've done. However, the problem is that they're not even doing anything about it either. All right, let's have a look here. I have here the Beginner's Tarot, and with these set of cards, what I like to do is have a look at what it is in terms of any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have. Okay. There is a complete and full desire, Sagittarius, for this person to reach out to you. They really do want to do that. With the Five of Swords, they do feel threatened by other people. Okay, they feel intimidated, they feel threatened, but what they want is they want you. They want to have you in their life. And by hook or by crook, they're going to try to have you. They don't like the competition. And this is ego-oriented competition. Either way, they're going to try their best to somehow have you in their life. This is their aim. This is something that they are hoping for. We also have here the Sun. Why do they want to do that? Because you are the brightest thing that's ever touched them. You are the sunshine. Here it talks about happiness, growth, prosperity, love. It's a beautiful card because it does talk about hope, right? There's a lot of hope here. And this is something that they are hoping for. They're hoping for hope, right? This actually tells you how far back they are. They're not even in that mindset yet. However, one of the issues here, this is something that they are, this is their intention, okay? So the Sun is their intention. 10 of Wands, your person of interest here is under a lot of stress. It's not just you. It's a lot of other things that are going on in their life that they probably did not share with you. It's a lot of burdens, but even this relationship and this connection has turned into a burden, kind of a situation that they cannot let go of, and a situation that they can't fix. They carry it around. It haunts them, like I said. It's like on their shoulders, right? It's hard for them to communicate with you, however they do. You have here the 8 of Wands, but before we get to that, your person of interest here as the Hanged Man is going to be sitting and waiting and just trying to see, are you going to reach out to them? Is anything going to happen? They may have reached out to you perhaps a while ago. For some of you, this is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody. But they do wait and they see, okay, is Sag going to reach out to me? Am I going to get a message? So they're waiting for you. The truth is, either way, they want communication, whether it comes from you or it comes from them. What I'm seeing right now, they don't have the courage to reach out to you, but the intention is completely there. And for a small portion of you, yes, this person is going to reach out. We have here the 8 of Wands. This is direct communication. This is also indirect, but mostly I see it as being direct. They want to make things right. So they want to communicate with you. One of the things is that we're not seeing a lot of cards, or I didn't see any of the cards, feeling wise or guilty. Those sort of cards where we have the Hermit, where the person gets more wisdom. I didn't see that. It didn't show up. So it could be that this person may just want to talk to you. Let's talk things through. Let's talk about what happened. There's no harm in doing that. When you do communicate, keep it kind of short and sweet. Don't write paragraphs and pages and pages. People get lost in the details and they don't even understand what the point was in the first place. People do that, like very short attention span these days. So when you do, and it doesn't matter what generation it is, that's just the way people read things, right? Keep it short. Whatever you have to say or whatever you have to write, keep it brief, but make it to the point, whatever is relevant, so that it has an impact on this person. I do see at some point in time their intention, and for some of you they will. There is a possibility, a big possibility, because it's the overall arching theme. It's an urge that this person has that they have to reach out to you. You know what? Let this person take that first step, okay? It's important for you to let this person go through those phases, okay? Let them be the Hermit for a while. Let them be that person that gains that wisdom, and after that you gain strength after strength and they reach out to you. This person has to go through this on their own, in their own time. Otherwise it'll be difficult moving forward. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. We have here no. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel, as well as Uriel. Here we have no, followed by look for a sign. No need to worry, not the right time. Followed by within the next few weeks could also mean months. Take action. In the near future. So you do have a few cards here that are, it's talking about timeline. So I do see something is going to happen in this connection. It's not the last time you've probably heard from this person. Here we have... Okay, so here it talks about how the angels are telling you that there are certain types of methods the angels use when it comes to telling you about what's going to happen next. What's important to note here is you will be getting signs. This could be signs and synchronicities. This could be anything, actually. It could be patterns. It could be messages that even you hear in your mind. But do keep an open mind and don't dismiss anything either. Keep that intuition alert, on high alert, okay? What I'm seeing here is some of you have dismissed that. Some of you do not think about it, or you don't even see it, even when it's kind of staring you right in the face. Although it is not easy to notice these things when you're just busy in life. But here they are saying, no, it's important for you to look for a sign. Now, that doesn't mean you actively go and look. If something is going to happen, it will happen. And sometimes we just get signs from the universe, who it's governed by God. And then we have angels and celestial beings and all the whole gang helping out. So do pay attention to it. Pay attention to your intuition, because something good is going to happen here. I do see that. They're saying here not to worry, because many of you are worried about this. It really, yeah, you ended on a sour note, I'm getting. You ended on a sour note. And because of that betrayal card, that's really hurt a lot of you. And because right after the betrayal, this person has kind of kept silent, it really ticks you off. It's gotten you so upset. And not just upset, but heartbroken and weary. I'm getting the word weary. Weary about whether you should ever pursue this relationship or another relationship ever again. Once bitten, twice as shy. We also have here, right now is not the right time for you to engage or connect with this person. So as of right now, let's just take a step back. You focus on yourself. Do the things that you haven't been able to do for a while. Pick up a hobby. Discover that talent that you didn't know that you had. Many of us are talented. We just don't know until we try. And we have here within the next few weeks. Now, weeks could also be months. I typically look at this card as months. Within the next few months, it will be time to take action. So give it some time. Yes, there may have been the silent treatment for some time, but let this person grow and let them be at that comfort level. At some point in time, they will reach out to you, but it has to be them. And if it's not them, within the next few months, I'm seeing 7 to 8, give it a try. Maybe just send a small message. Hey, how you doing? And they may just respond. And the reason I said 7, 8, because I'm seeing 7 and 8. It's not going to be anytime soon. Sometimes when we could reconnect with somebody, it's simply to have a peaceful resolution. Sometimes somebody does not want to get together with us anymore because of what they've done. They feel so guilty that they feel they have corrupted and hurt and damaged you in so many ways that they are not worthy of you anymore. So don't be surprised if you reach out and this person decides to just treat you as a showpiece. Okay, I'm sorry, but it's like a diamond that's encased. All right, it's like you're in a museum. You know, people come and look at you. They can't touch you. This is how this person's starting to feel about you as the time is going to go on. That you are something to be admired and not to be used as an object, but to see how you shine bright and how the world admires you. This person is going to admire you like that, which also means, Sag, they will not be as intense as they were before. So don't be surprised. This does happen in relationships all the time. Here we have in the near future. So do take action in the near future, but for me, I was seeing, like I said, after several months, okay? The overall arching theme, many of you are worried, but they're telling you here, don't worry. Right now is not the right time. Do remain positive. Keep that positive energy flowing. The more you are positive, the more you will attract positive energy. Now, the one thing about this card is I do have a package, and I call it the Holy Light Package. Many of you who may feel that there are negative energies around you due to the environment that you're in, due to the people that you're around, that package allows you to get rid of those negative energies that are kind of latching on to these things. So with that package, you get rid of the negative energies in your home, I teach you how to do that. It's a self-help guide. Getting rid of them from your home, around your aura, and inside of your chakra centers, which essentially is your body. And once you have these negative energies gone, once they have left, then the positive energy is able to stay in your life and you're able to maintain that positive energy. But it's hard to keep the positive energy when they are outnumbered by the negative. We're actually talking about numbers here. So there's a quantity here. So you need to have more of the positive, less of the negative. And I have a package for that for you to get rid of. Yay. Have a look on my website, www.asnointia.com. Also, even if you remain positive, and even if you were to do the methods that I've taught you in that package, it's important for you to also be aware of the people around you who may be very jealous, people who may be very negative, because their negativity will jump onto you. It's literally like a flea or a tick. It jumps from one person to the other. So you have to be careful. Stay around those, surround yourself with positive people, positive environments, and you will be more positive and you will be able to attract more positive energy. Sagittarius, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. Also, for those of you who are new, I do have another channel called Asnointia Audio. I know, guys, it has been a while. I haven't uploaded. I'm trying to work on that now. And on that channel, I have relationship-related advice videos, as well as spiritual connections. So that's past life, twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, that sort of stuff. And I also have one on negative energies, what and who are negative energies. So please do have a look at that channel. It's absolutely free, the videos from beginning to end. Please do like, share, and subscribe. All right. You all take care, stay safe. Thank you so much for tuning in once again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.